How safe is your beard? Let's have a look. Good evening, everyone. Florian Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've just got my world's greatest dad cup of coffee today. The Stein is taking a break. And I thought we'd have a look at this article that was sent to me, well, by my own wife, from Popular Mechanics. How safe is your beard from the coronavirus? Just check this absurd chart from the CDC. Shave your stubble, but save the soul patch. Now, if you'll notice the icon above for my channel, I usually have a beard, but every now and then when it gets too hot, I just take everything off. And I, want to remain cleanly shaven, but I tend to get a bit lazy and I don't realize I haven't been shaving for a while until the beard appears again. It's a lot of work. I'm glad I'm married. I really am. Just let it all go. So, before we have a look through this article, let's have a look at just some of the different beards here. You've got clean shaven, tick. The soul patch, tick. Side whiskers, tick. Pencil, so little pencil mustache, tick. The toothbrush. Is that called the toothbrush? That's the Hitler mustache. Who has the Hitler mustache these days? But it's still good for the virus. The lampshade, the Zorro is good. The villain, careful not to cross the seal. I mean, this is, I guess it's good that they're doing this. Now, stubble. And that's pretty much where I'm sitting at now. Boom. Goatee, bad. You can cross the steel. Mutton chops, bad, guys. The Hully He. I never heard of these things. The chin curtain, bad. Long stubble, bad. The full beard, well, it's game over, guys. It's game over. But is it the price you're willing to pay to be masculine and manly? Just cop it. Maybe. Maybe that's the price. Extended goatee, nope. Horseshoe. Careful not to cross the beard. Okay, a horseshoe, beard like that, I guess. The zapper. The walrus. Old-fashioned one. Painter's brush. Chevron's good. The handlebar's good. The imperial. Maybe I should go an imperial. Wonder what Rachel would say if I go an imperial. I don't think she'd like it very much. So the problem is there's none of these characters are bald, so I wouldn't know how to look. The Van Dyke, it's bad. So the anchor and the balbo. So the chin hair may easily cross the seal, so they're borderline. The circle beard is bad. Extended goatee we looked at. French fork is bad. Ducktail is bad. Birdie is bad. Garibaldi is bad. Van Holtz is bad. And then you've got three more down here. The Fu Manchu. Can you see that one? I mean, is that even popular these days? I guess. And there's the English, which you can't see because my picture's in the way. I'll zoom in there. Can you see the English? That one's the... you can see the English there. And the Dali. They're both bad. I mean, do these even exist? Do people get these beards now? Maybe I'm just not up with beard fashion. But I guess, this is something we need to be aware of from a health and safety perspective as well. And if you're spending all these monies on these masks, it's kind of pointless when your beard is going to make it completely useless. Completely useless. So, I don't know, guys. Let us know in the comments, what type of beard do you have and how do you manage it with your mask safety? Now that, Australia's pretty much treating this as a pandemic, the Prime Minister just mentioned, and the universities are still just flying people over, so it's kind of inevitable that there will be cases here. Will you go and wear a mask in public? When I'm walking around Sunnybank, I'm seeing people do it. But this is an Asian part of the city. It's a little cultural difference. It's not really something that happens that much in Western cultures. Is it something that has happened really that often before in Australia? Does anyone remember another time when people were wearing masks walking around in public? We'll have to see. Maybe there's some cultural appropriation about to happen. So, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has a guide to facial hair and respirator mask fit that's way more detailed than you'd probably expect. It turns out the presence of any facial hair can impact the seal of your N95 respirator mask. Although the guide was originally intended for workers in hazardous conditions during No Shave November, it's gone viral amid the coronavirus outbreak. Well, there you go. no matter what style of facial hair you sport, it's our humble opinion that all beards are beautiful. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, however, disagrees. Well, no, that's different. Being beautiful in a beautiful beard is different. I mean, maybe I should try and grow one a month. Do which one? Oh, they'd all be so high maintenance. I'll just always end up with this one. You know, but here for me, it'll all be grown out this way, sideways, like a crazy, crazy man. And just bald at the top. There we go. That's Florian. That's HeiseSays. New generation. So, not all facial hair is created equal. According to the CDC infographic, on the best facial hairstyles to suit N95 respirator masks, which are intended to help shield you from airborne particles. In response to the COVID-19 coronavirus viral outbreak that began earlier this year in Wuhan, China, the image has made waves on Twitter this week. So that's why the Fu Manchu is no longer popular. So, you might think a master guide to 36 styles of facial hair means the CDC knows more about beards than barbers do, but upon further inspection, some of the advice is a bit counterintuitive. A face with fresh stubble on it, for example, gets a big red X from the CDC. That'll apparently mess with the seal on your mask, but isn't that better than, say, a bushy walrus mustache? Not so, according to the graphics. It's not called a walrus mustache. She's using the wrong terms. Which one is it? It's the horseshoe. No. Oh, okay. It is called a walrus. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently, with mustaches and beards. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. I apologise. Predictably, the good people on Twitter have resorted to making fun of the masks more than heeding the CDC's advice. Well, they may, but it's still going to get people out there considering it. Plus, the users point out the infographic features only male, leading some to call the graphic discriminatory against those who identify as non-binary. Oh, come... If a woman can grow this much bloody facial hair, you need a wax. Okay? If you're transitioning, you should wax. The idea is, you want to appear as the opposite gender. You know, you want to transition. You don't want to be a circus freak. Come on. Seriously. Did they really just say that? This popular mechanic, but I guess it's a female author. I bet you she has pronouns in her bio. It's the current year. I'm being insensitive, but then again, you talk to any people that are transitioned, the good ones, you can't tell, can you? Just look at Blair White. So, Popular Mechanics has reached out to the CDC for comment. We'll update this as soon as we hear back from the government agency on the hair problem. According to the US Food and Drug Administration, an N25 respirator blocks at least 95% of very small airborne particles down to 0.3 microns. 1 micron is 1 millionth of a millimeter. Gas vapors and other particles in the air that respirator masks are meant to prevent the wearer from breathing in will take the path of least resistance to bypass the respirator filter. So what's the problem with your beard? Can't that just act like another barrier? Not exactly. While human hair appears to be very thin to the naked eye, according to the CDC, it's actually much larger in size than the particles you want to avoid inhaling. N95 masks protect you from airborne particles down to 0.3 microns, but hair thickness ranges from 1/1500th to 1/500th of an inch of a diameter. So if we assume each of your beard hairs is 0.002 inches thick in diameter, that translates to 50.8 microns. And that's going to create a COVID-19 size entryway. Therefore, the vast majority of particles, gases, and vapors follow the airstream right through the facial hair and into the respiratory tract of the wearer, according to the CDC post. In fact, some studies have shown that even a day or two of stubble can begin to reduce protection. Bloody hell, so we're going to have to shave every day, guys. So it's confirmed, it's the razor companies that are spreading all this. It's been confirmed. They need to make up for the lost money due to that terrible advertisement shaming all men. So they've done it. They've brought this out. Is there a Gillette factory in that city, in Wuhan? Can someone let me know in the comments, guys? Can someone let me know? And before you take that seriously, that was a joke. Probably a off-color and inappropriate joke, but still was. Overall, the CDC reports that any presence of facial hair that gets in the way of a respirator mask's seal can cause 20 to 1,000 times more leakage as compared to a cleanly shaven mask wearer. The facial hair infographic dates back to 2017. CDC blog post just in time for the hairy no-shave November workers who would need to understand the ins and outs of donning a respirator mask in hazardous environments. Well, if you're no-shaving November, how can you end up with half of these beards? You're just all going to end up like this guy, aren't you? Although some people don't grow any facial hair, I guess. That might be an advantage. Ensuring the respirator seal is a vital part of respiratory protection practices. Facial hair that lies along the seal area of a respirator, such as beards, sideburns, some mustaches, will interfere with respirators that rely on a tight face piece seal to achieve maximum protection, per the post. Facial hair is a common reason that someone cannot be fit tested. But here's the thing, construction workers are subject to annual fit tests to ensure the seals on their masks are correct and that they know how to wear them. Civilians, on the other hand, like the thousands of people in Europe and Asia currently dealing with the coronavirus outbreaks, don't get the same training. The US Department of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Administration adds that facial hair isn't going to be your only issue when fitting your mask correctly. If the respirator's seal leaks, contaminated air will be pulled into the facepiece and you can breathe it in. OSAH writes on its website. Therefore, anything that interferes with the respirator seal is not permitted when using this type of respirator. This could include facial hair, earrings, headscarves, wigs, facial piercings. Thankfully, the CDC does have some guidance on how to conduct your own use it seal check, which is especially vital to do if you have any form of facial hair whatsoever, as even some of the approved styles could vary from person to person and interrupt the steal. So, there you go. Okay, so what should you do for your full man beard that just doesn't work with your respirator mask? Well, now's the perfect time to try out the soul patch you've been putting off since '95, and we fully support you. So there you go. I'll let you read these guides on... Honestly, I'm sure you could find something on YouTube on teaching you how to make sure you've done it properly. But what do you think, guys? Is your beard at risk? Let me know if you're going to shave in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan, you can support us in many ways. You can just simply watch and share the content. That really helps get the word out and helps the channel grow. You can join us on Patreon or here on the YouTube channel. Support us with a small monthly donation. You can also use our affiliate links at Amazon and eBay for your consumer purchases, or Independent Reserve and Kucoin for your crypto trading. We sell merchandise, handmade pocket squares, right here, stored in this house, so no risk of imported foreign viruses, made by Rachel, and finally PayPal if you want to support us that way. Thanks everyone, have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.